What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video, I'm going to give you my Team Affinity guide for MLB The Show 21. Maybe you're trying to decide, should I grind for this player or should I grind for this player? I'm going to give you a second opinion to help you make that decision. I'm also going to completely give you an entire team to grind for if you're new to Team Affinity. I'll give you the entire blueprint on how to make a fantastic team through Team Affinity, all diamond team with great diamond selections. I'm going to go position by position on how you should build out your team. So if you want to build a super awesome team for free, this is the video for you. So with the catcher position, I recommend that you go after Salvador Perez, and that's not just because I'm a Royals fan. I'm going to be completely unbiased with the teams. I'm just going to give you the cards that perform the best in the game. Salvador Perez is fantastic in this game. Now, let's take a look at his power. He has 85, 90. What we're really looking for is cards that have 90 power. 80 power is also very good right now with just the meta and the cards that are in the game. 80 power is good. He's got 85 and he's got 90. 80 is good. 90 we really like. 100, that's fantastic right now. He's got 85, 90. He's got a great swing. I'm currently 6-0 in ranked seasons. I'm using his gold card, almost hitting about 600. If you need some hitting tips, I have a hitting tips tutorial on my channel as well that I'll link at the end of the video if you need some hitting tips. This card is absolutely fantastic. His defense it's passable. It's good enough for now. His speed is not very good, but a catcher, you don't really necessarily need a really fast catcher. I really recommend Salvador Perez. I think he's even better than the Mike Piazza card that you get from the program. So you could select that card and sell it for a bunch of stubs if you want to, or select a different player like Kenny Lofton or something like that. The only catcher in the game that's probably better than him is Jorge Posada, but that requires collecting the entire AL East. I highly recommend the Salvador Perez card. It is a fantastic card, and that's why you should put him at catcher. Now at third base, I recommend that you go with Joey Gallo. Look at all that power that we just talked about. 108, 110 is absolutely elite right now. His contact and vision isn't that high, but if you can get the PCI on the ball is absolutely going to fly. We're going to bring him in from the outfield and we're going to put him at third base. So he's going to have diamond fielding at third base with a 99 arm. So he's going to have a cannon to throw it over to first base. And he's only got 56 speed. So we kind of want to mitigate his lack of speed by bringing him into the infield. Fantastic card. Probably the best card in all of the Team Affinity programs. This is probably the #1 card that I recommend that you go and get out of anything. So we're going to put Joey Gallo at third base. Now, there's a lot of shortstops in Team Affinity. I really recommend that you go and get Willy Adames. Out of all of them, I think he's the best to play shortstop, and I'll tell you why. First of all, he's over the 80 power threshold on both sides of the plate, both right-handed and left-handed. He also gets a boost. It's more difficult to hit right on right. So when he faces a righty, he's got 96 contact, which is nice. So he gets a nice little boost to his PCI. It's easier to hit versus a lefty with a right-handed batter. So he's got 69 contact, but it's going to be not as bad. At least it's on that side, and he's still got 82 power versus left. I love his defense as well. 80 fielding with a 97 arm. So that's going to help not only on routine plays, but it's going to help turning double plays and all of your relay throws. He's going to have 97 arm strength, which is fantastic. He's also not very slow. He's got 74 speed, so he's got a decent amount of speed as well. I recommend Adames to be your starting shortstop. At second base, I recommend that you go with Tim Anderson. We're going to play him at his secondary position of second base. 81 contact versus right, 114 versus left, 70 power versus right. So he doesn't have a ton of power versus right, but he's got a lot of power versus left. He's also got 84 arm strength, again, to help on those double plays and relay throws, and he has 84 speed. So he's pretty well balanced across the board. He's also got a really good swing animation in the game. I recommend Tim Anderson to be your second baseman. At first base, I recommend that you go with Max Muncy. He also has a secondary position of second base and third base, so he can help out your team in multiple ways. 100 power versus right, 97 power versus left. Excellent power, really good swing. 78 on the fielding. He's also pretty fast for a first baseman at 59 speed. Definitely recommend Max Muncy to be your first baseman. In left field, we're going to go with Giancarlo Stanton. Again, look at those power numbers. 95, 106, fantastic power. Fielding is at 76 with an 86 arm, so you can put him in left, you can put him in right. We're going to put him in left for this team build. He's got 63 speed. Recommend Giancarlo Stanton to be your left fielder. In center field, I recommend Trent Grisham. He's got 67, 84. He's going to smash right-handed pitching. He's going to hit a lot of home runs for your team. His weakness is versus lefties. He's only 71, 71. That's not that great, but it's still serviceable. He's also going to be great in center field. That's really where his biggest strength is. He's got 96 fielding with 98 reaction and 92 speed. He's really going to help your corner outfielders when balls are hit to the gap. He's going to go track them down. He's going to save you a lot of runs in that regard. It's a really nice card to have Trent Grisham out in center field. In right field, I recommend that you go with Kyle Lewis, 89-67, massive power with 95-97 from both sides. He's got a really big leg kick. Sometimes really big leg kicks are really easy to time in MLB The Show, so I highly recommend going after this card. He's got 83 fielding. He doesn't have that great of an arm, so you could always like flip-flop Stanton and him, but I'm just going to put him in right field anyways. 78 speed, enough speed to go out in the outfield and track down fly balls. So I'm going to go with Kyle Lewis in right field. So very rarely are you going to be able to get through an entire game of Diamond Dynasty throwing a complete game. So let's talk about the bench. I would go with Yordan Alvarez on your bench. Fantastic hitter across the board. He just doesn't have the defense that we want. So we're going to put him on the bench. We're going to maximize his skill set by just bringing him in to hit and pinch hit and possibly be that spark plug that we need, or possibly put us further ahead with his offense, and we're going to use him off the bench. Another bench card that we're going to roll with is Franmil Reyes. Again, pretty much the same thing as Yordan Alvarez. Beautiful swing, great hitter. He just doesn't really have the fielding that we're looking for, especially the speed. He only has 47 speed, which just isn't good enough. So we're going to put him on the bench. The next bench card that we're going to pick up is Anthony Santander. He can help us out in a lot of different ways. Good swing, switch hitter, so we can bring him in against lefties and righties. Balanced across the board. I like Anthony Santander. We're going to definitely use him on our bench. The next card on our bench is going to be Mike Yastrzemski. Again, he's just got really good hitting stats across the board. He's a good lefty that we can bring off the bench. We're going to put Mike Yastrzemski on the bench as well. Finally, on the bench, we're going to put Keston Hiura. Maybe we need a pinch hit for Tim Anderson. Down the line, we're going to go up against a righty. 91-114 against righties. That's an insane number. Now let's talk about Sixto Sanchez. I also have pitching tips for MLB The Show 21 on my channel, and we talk a lot about pitch sequencing, pitch tuttling, all that kind of stuff. And Sixto Sanchez, he just fits exactly how we want to pitch based on his pitch types, based on the pitches that he has. He has the changeup, the sinker, the slider, and the four-seam fastball. His sinker and his four-seam fastball are also very fast. This is going to be the ace of your staff, and go get Sixto Sanchez. Our number 2 pitcher is going to be Luis Castillo. Very similar pitch set as Sixto Sanchez as well, with the circle, the four-seam, and the sinker that both have a lot of velocity, and the slider. Go get Luis Castillo to be your number 2 pitcher. In the third spot, we're going to go with Jack Flaherty. He throws a four-seam fastball, a slider, a knuckle curve, a sinker, and a changeup. Kind of your traditional pitcher. He doesn't throw that hard, but he's got good per nines at 96 for his H per nine and 81 for his K per nine. Go after Jack Flaherty. In the fourth spot, we're going to go after Jose Barrios. He's got the slurve, the four-seam fastball, the two-seam fastball, and the changeup. He's got 99 break on that slurve as well. We're going to put him in the fourth spot. Go after Jose Barrios. And rounding it out with the fifth spot, we're going to go with Patrick Corbin. Slider, sinker, four-seam fastball, and the changeup. He doesn't have a lot of velocity whatsoever, but we're going to put him in the 5 spot. He's going to be able to hold it down, and that's going to complete our team build. So to recap our team build here, we're going to have Perez at catcher. We're going to have Joey Gallo at third base. We're going to have Willy Adames at shortstop. We're going to have Tim Anderson at second base, Max Muncy at first base. Giancarlo Stanton is going to be our left fielder. Trent Grisham is going to be our center fielder. In the right field, we're going to have Kyle Lewis. On the bench, we're going to have Franmil Reyes. We're going to have Yordan Alvarez. We're going to have Anthony Santander. We're going to have Mike Yastrzemski, and we're also going to have Keston Hiura. Our pitchers that we're going with are Sixto Sanchez, Luis Castillo. We're going to go with Jack Flaherty. We're going to go with Barrios, and we're going to go with Patrick Corbin. I hope this helps you out. I'm trying to give you the complete blueprint of the team that I would build in this game. And I also will be reviewing the other 42 series players as well. If you're trying to choose who you want out of those packs, or you're thinking about buying one of those cards. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace out.